Hello, orienteering friends. Welcome to the fourth and final stage of the O-tour Pilsen race series. This is a short track in category H45. Our course had 22 controls and was 4.1 kilometers long, I think. So here we are at the start in this pine forest with a lot of blueberries and mainly these gullies. So this was a very technical race. I was expecting that because in this area we ran the day before. I mean, in similar area we ran the day before, and also we saw this kind of maps on the Junior World Championship that was held in this area as well. The youngsters ran before us. So now I'm at the start. I was like taking it lightly. I didn't want to race like without proper like orientation, let's say. I think I did a small mistake here. I could have run along the road till the fenced area and then take the bearing straight to the small valley. Here, as you can see, I'm almost there. I can see the erosion gully on my right side, and I'm getting close to these smaller valleys. So here is the first one, but the control is not here, and you can see there are a lot of fallen trees, so I thought maybe it's somewhere hidden. So I was looking around, and then I thought maybe I ran too far or what. So I started heading to the other direction, but I didn't saw any other erosion. So then I thought maybe I should continue a little bit more further along the original direction I was going, and there was the control. So I lost about a minute here, maybe a minute and 20 seconds, partly because I was deciding and looking forward, and partly because of my running, obviously. I wasn't really going to be the fastest. My goal with this race was to be precise. So I was sacrificing the time to orient properly. To the second control, I decided to run within this erosion gully and just to count the side valleys. So, that's why I'm slowish, counting. Here, right around this bend, I identified this wider area, this forking of the valleys. So again, I was kind of counting, taking like, guessing almost, I would say, because it was a little bit tricky for me to properly distinguish which one of them is it. I guess I was lucky a little bit because I chose the right one. where my control was. But I guess it wouldn't be that big of a loss if I would go to the other one on my left side. Anyways, I think it's still a good start. Now again, I just took my bearing and I knew that I have to run along the main erosion gully, but slightly more on the left, and I should hit that small erosion only. So it wasn't easy for me to really pick the right one. I was just advancing a little bit slowly, looking around, and just keeping my head on and watching for the control. So I found the control, but I could have been a little bit faster, I guess. I should also mention that this day was like we were starting. My start was at 4 p.m. and at this time there was already like 30 degrees Celsius, so it was a little bit hot, so it wasn't super easy and comfortable to run fast. So I don't want to really excuse myself, but I was using the walking part also to just cool myself and to just catch the breath. So here, as you can see, to control number 4, that was easy because I just took the narrow right uphill, and then I got to this young forest and I just followed the border until I saw this kind of big trees that are marked in the map as a white forest, which is probably correct. And there were a lot of these ditches around here, which was correctly mapped, of course, but kind of confusing. So, and then in this young forest, I was kind of afraid of my eyes, so I was putting my protective glasses on and then looking for the right ditch. So it wasn't the fastest. Again, probably some other guys were, heading straight on into that proper ditch. And to control 5, I was actually thinking for a brief moment to go back to the road and around all these younger forests and clearings, but then I decided that I will risk it and go straight, and maybe if I will be able to get to the other part of the young forest where it was a little bit more clear, that I will maybe pass through easier. But so as you can see, my strategy kind of didn't work out very well for me. I ended up in this messy young forest. Again, I'm quite tall, so it's not easy for me to get through all this branches, etc. And you have to be like bent down. Then my camera was caught up by one of the branches, so I had to pick it up, put it on me again. That slowed me down, but still good. Well, I wasn't really rushing, you know. I wanted to go proper way and to go straight. Here comes the first big mistake I did. I think, you know, the control is on a clearing where is a white forest, and all around is a white forest as well. So I didn't properly distinguish the end of the clearing, and I kind of got like confused. At some point I thought that this thing on my right now is that white forest, although it's stupid thought, you know, now that I'm looking at it. It's just more of that clutter. So I ended up searching this area, although the control is not there. And then when I got here, I saw the road, the path, and then it was clear to me that I'm at the edge of the clearing and that the white part is far down there. So again, I lost probably 4 minutes here, I guess. I would say a minute. I saw some guy going around that fence, around the edge of the fence area, and then around through the clearing, and then straight to control 5. I think that was much faster. He got there below 2 minutes, definitely. So now I just, from control 5, I took the bearing, and I was heading to that path. That was my first, marker. And then the other thing that I was like aiming for were these younger forests, these patches of green. So that was like, okay, I need to hit them, find them. So here I was closing to them, and I think here I saw them. Saw this green patch on my right side, so I ran along it. This big grass was not really easy to run through, so I was a little bit slow, and I was trying to get into the normal forest, but then around this point I was already at the control almost. I saw somebody headed to the control as well, so I just like followed that direction. Now to control number 7, there comes, I would say, another small mistake where I didn't properly distinguish this, like, I would say, small valley compared to this small erosion, like here I thought, okay, this is the first one, so not here. Maybe what I should have done is to pick the tree, but I somehow I didn't notice it, or I don't know, maybe I didn't consider it, and I started climbing into this small valley, and I thought, okay, this looks like it can be it, because it is bending similar, it is bending this way, that's the way my erosion bends as well. So I came to this erosion, to this control, and I thought I found it, but it wasn't actually my control. When I checked the number, it wasn't my control, so I thought, okay, I have to go a little bit further. So I just like followed the direction, although I was a little bit, unsure, confused, looking around, checking it. but it was very close. I think I lost like maybe a minute overall with this kind of mistake. I guess normally I would be there maybe 30 seconds faster, and now I went back to the main valley, let's say, or yeah, with the river, try to cross it with a like a dry foot, but because it was wet so and muddy, I didn't really want it to fall into something deep, and I was lucky enough, so I just got muddy, which is okay. And then from this point, basically I was aiming to the edge of the younger forest, which this greenery, and then from that point again I took a bearing and I was headed towards the control and towards that. You can see there is a bent vegetation border, so that was my aim, you know, like try to get to that vegetation border and then follow it. Again I stopped a little bit, took my time to take the bearing, and now you can see the vegetation boundary at my right side. That was clear, and I didn't hit the control precisely. Here I hit basically the end of the vegetation boundary, and then I went into this thing, into this green young forest. Also I had to put my protective glasses on, because when I'm running I don't really need them. I just didn't want to get my eye scratched with all this scraggle. I had some injury on the second stage, so I injured my eye during the second stage, so I didn't want to happen it again. And these are precisely the kind of branches that usually hit my eye. Now I went through the white forest to the road and followed the road. I think I could have gone through the erosion gully and then you know, run around this young forest and then back to the road, and you know, basically I would come around this position, but I decided to go this way. Here again, this is you know, I was trying to avoid this kind of forest because I was afraid of my eye. That was the first point why I didn't went through it. And then second one, I thought, okay, maybe it would be a little bit easier if I go around and then into the erosion gully to the control. So this was again, you know, like very cautious attack to the control, and I definitely lost some time because, as you can see, this lady was there first and she went through the forest directly. So, and we were both at the narrow right at the same time. So yeah, I was there late, maybe 5 seconds compared to that lady, but to me it was more safe because I felt that I could avoid you know, branches and crawling. Basically, it's not very comfortable for me in these young forests. To control 10, basically taking a bearing, although you know, the first young forest made me a little bit unsure, and I stopped there. Again, here I got a little bit lost in this scraggle and young forests, you know, and branches. So I was paying attention to the white parts of the forests, but you know, here I entered the valley, and now, you know, just trying to get to the control. The difficult part here was to decide whether to go up or down. Fortunately, I decided to go down and found the control. Although, again, losing time here, you know, I was definitely slow, and as you could see, I wasn't really pushing it. I was just going to be, you know, precise, not like to go and to hit the control and not to panic, you know. Control number 11. Okay, so control number 11, I knew I have to pass this valley. So I counted 1. Then I think I knew I need to get to the road, so I was thinking, okay, I'm still not at the road, so I need to cross another valley. So here I am at the next one. Although I'm slightly deviating from the let's say proper course to the control. And again, I wasn't really sure where am I, but I knew that I didn't pass the road or the path, so I was continuing in some direction, generally in the direction of my control. That was good, although slow. Now I passed the road, that was good. And now I came to this, you know, like entrance or the edge of the valley, and I saw that there is this plateau, like a bend previously done by the river. So I thought, okay, that's now I knew where I am, and I knew that the control is somehow in front of me in one of these small erosion gullies or entrance valleys. Yeah, I keep pronouncing volley. Sorry for that, but should be valley. To the next control, which is control 12, I think it would have been better to go directly into the main or the bigger valley, but I was, you know, running through here, through the top. That wasn't very fast. As you can see, there were trees running around and also all these smaller erosions, and I was also losing time, maybe by, you know, just navigating and checking all that things. So here again I would say it wasn't the best approach, but at the end I finally saw some kind of, you know, this hatched area, greenish, so I knew that I'm there. And then I was looking for the big tree or a significant tree, which is somewhere here on my right. Yeah, here it is. So not the fastest approach again, but again I knew where I am at least, so that was for me a good sign, let's say. Now to the next control, I thought that I will just follow this erosion gullies or valleys, and I knew that there are some significant trees. I saw them in the map, and I knew that my is the last one. So I was slowly advancing. It was uphill. I was trying to run, but at this point and at this heat, it wasn't very easy. So I wasn't really like pushing it. Now I'm approaching the tree. That was easy. I think I could have run through this erosion gully all the way up until this tree. That would also be a good choice. But honestly, why I did this choice, I don't know. At that point, I was on top of it, so I didn't want to go down. That's generally my approach. When I gain some altitude, I don't want to lose it, let's say. And to the control 14, that was clear. Hit the junction of the paths and then take a bearing and try to run as straight as possible to the control. I must say that I saw some guy in front of me, and he was heading the same direction, so I was following him. At least I was following his direction. I took my bearing. I was going along my bearing, but I also considered the direction this guy was going. So I was sort of following him, let's say. Now, when I entered this erosion gully again, I saw the guy in front of me, so I saw where he is headed, and I thought, my control must be there as well, because it looks like it. And it's I don't know if someone would say this is the proper orienteering, but how would you avoid it? You saw the guy, you see the people around you, so you use it for your advantage. And here I entered into the erosion gully here, and I saw the other runners looking for the control. This really looked like a big knoll, but the control was not there, and so I headed back into the erosion, and then I saw the control behind this next big like knoll. I don't think my control here was the knoll. It was some kind of end of some valley or something like that. Valley. But who knows? I would have to check the descriptions. Generally speaking, it was all small erosions and small valleys here. Here to control 16, again, I took the bearing, crossed one road, crossed the second road, and then I knew that there is one erosion gully that I have to pass, so that's here the first one that I'm approaching. And of course it was difficult for me to pinpoint exactly the location here on the map, but I kind of, followed the direction that I had on my compass, and it turned out to be a good strategy, let's say. I did found the control pretty easily because I saw another person going to the control, so that helped me again here. Now to control 15. Again, I just took a bearing and ran according to the bearing, because for me all these contours were a little bit difficult to read. So I knew that I have to climb up, and then there will be another erosion gully that I have to pass. So this is the one. And when I climbed up here, I sort of took a bearing again, and somehow, I think with a little bit of good luck, I hit the proper erosion here. Where is my control? So I guess it was good, and I don't think I lost too much here. Now I decided to go through the erosion gully, and I knew that I have to go, I was just counting, so here on my right side, that looked like that knoll which you see in the maps, or this that is behind, and then there was this one, and then I saw this lady continuing, so I thought maybe I should go there as well. And then this looked like it's turning almost around the corner, and that like signified for me that this will be the valley that I need to approach or attack, and that there will be my control. I think now to control 19 I did a mistake. I don't know how to explain it. It seemed to me at first here that it's a big big hill, but there is a path. I don't understand why I didn't go along this path up to the feeder, let's say. I don't really know, I guess I didn't want to climb up or something. I don't know. Now I could have followed this guy, I think, but I decided to go all around this green stuff on the top. There is this young forest, so I wanted to avoid it. I even wanted to go a little bit further to the next erosion or next valley, but when I saw this girl, I thought, okay, I will go this way. So again, I'm kind of, as you can see, I'm easily influenced by other people sometimes. And here I was trying to run as fast as possible because it wasn't that steep. Here is the gamekeeper's ball, which was, nice orienting point. I was only afraid, what is this control about? How I got through the young forest here, because it looked pretty thick, and so I thought I will go around somehow. I was already here looking at the control. I didn't saw it, so I just walked and looked for the control here. So I think I could have been a little bit faster here. Also, I guess it would be better to go to the control from the left side and not from the right side. I think it would be a little bit easier run. Whatever, at least I didn't lost myself and found it. And now basically this is the finish, and I was trying to run as fast as I could, but I was already a little bit tired from all the heat and from the previous stages, so it wasn't that fast, or my fastest, let's say. And here basically it was like a marked path to the end. Maybe I stopped a little bit. I saw that there is some bees, so that's why it was marked. And then I just followed the path up until the control. It's definitely this kind of Czech O-tour is a nice series. I can recommend it. It's very well organized and very well prepared. Usually they bring a new map and new terrains, so it's always like something new and something what to look forward. So if you want to experience orienteering in Czech Republic, I can highly recommend KWAK O-tour series. Hope you enjoyed this video and this whole series, and see you next time. I'm having some vacation, so next video will be probably in August. Cheers!